Hola! Yeah, so my name is Greta. I'm a medical student and I went to Universidad Miguel Hernández de Elche with Erasmus for 1 year. Just came back home and I would like to share my experience with you guys. So, buckle up. I have tons of information to share. Yeah, so first of all, university. Okay, so everything there was very well organized. I mean, whole application process, schedules, classes, exams, communication with the office was very clear. Although sometimes it took a while to get an answer for some questions, but I'd say 9 out of 10 for organization. Yeah, and university itself is kind of new. It was established, I think, in 1996, and it's a public university. They have exam sessions, which means that we have to adapt a little bit to it, and it is easy at the beginning because there's no pressure to study hard because you know that your exam is in 4 months. But when the exam session starts, well, that's a whole different story. I mean, my personal recommendation, don't party too much at the beginning. One thing that really surprised me is that I had my schedule for whole year even before my fall semester started, and it was really helpful. Also, it has several campuses. Mine was in San Juan de Alicante. I remember I was a little bit confused about campuses locations. So just to make things clear, university's main building is in Elche, medical faculty is in San Juan de Alicante, and you won't need to go to main building ever, which means you should find a place to live in San Juan, or if you prefer city, you can live in Alicante itself, because there is a bus which will take you from city center to university in 20-25 minute stops, and it runs quite often. Also, it has a contract with 4 hospitals around Alicante, but if you live in San Juan, well, it's where you have all your classes if your studies are health related. So we usually let Erasmus students to do their practices there because, well, they understand that Erasmus students might not have the means to go to hospitals which are far away. What else? What else? I didn't have a lot of practice hours. We have this system for clinical subjects that you do only 1 week of practices and the rest is theoretical. So it can be a little bit boring sometimes, but if you want, you can sign for additional practices as we have here in our university. Bad news are that we can't really play Erasmus card there because they just don't care. I mean, you are the same student as everybody else and you don't get any special treatment, which means that you have to do all the presentations, homework, exams in Spanish. Let's talk about the language. I'd say it is very important to have strong basics of Spanish. Yeah, you can survive in Spain with English, but you won't get the best of it. In university, I met just 2 or 3 people who spoke English, and one of them was my Erasmus coordinator. I mean, even my Erasmus mentor didn't speak any English, any. And exams are in Spanish. Yeah. Yes, there are a lot of international students in Alicante who speak English, but academic life can get a little bit difficult without Spanish. Good news is, well, I don't know. In my opinion, I strongly believe that basics are enough to start your studies. Yeah, because being and living there, you will learn the language soon. It's easier when it's easier to learn it when you're in Spain than in Lithuania. And living costs are about the same as in Lithuania, maybe a little bit more expensive. Well, the rent is more expensive, but it obviously depends on where and what type of accommodation you're looking for. You can find a shared room for 100 euros as well as for 300 euros. Yeah. What else? What else? Oh, okay. So Alicante is really vibrant city, very touristic, very international. Also, you should Google San Juan de Alicante. I mean, it's near the sea, and it's surrounded by mountains, and it is very beautiful. The weather was fantastic, and I think the coldest day I experienced was 14 degrees of temperature in January, I mean. And you can study in some nice cafeteria which has views to the sea, surrounded by palm trees and Spanish laugh. I mean, it was great. Trust me on that. Yeah. Okay, so I think my time is up. But if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'm here to help and I really want to help. So, adios!